Hey everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com, back again in the northeast, the snowy northeast, after spending a few days down south seeing So Solid Crew, as Sam mentioned. But enough of that, enough early 2000s garage music. It's time to go over to New Japan, where there's news concerning Chris Jericho. Now, of course, last month, Jericho appeared for the first time in New Japan on a video screen. It was a hugely surprising appearance, no one was expecting it, and he challenged Kenny Omega for Wrestle Kingdom 12, which of course takes place on January 4th. But now, today, Jericho has made his first physical appearance in New Japan. It wasn't a match, of course, they're saving the match for the bout with Omega itself, but he did appear in the ring and he did attack Omega in a surprising turn of events. After Omega's match, Jericho again appeared on the screen and said, "You know what, Kenny, congratulations on another brilliant match, but I'm going to kick your ass on January 4th. And then the video faded to black and Omega was kind of looking around all cocky. Jericho was behind him in the ring. Everyone reacted huge and an immensely big pop, especially considering those Japanese crowds, which are a lot quieter than sort of traditional Western wrestling crowds. And then he rushed at Omega, hit him with the Codebreaker, waited until Omega got to his feet, and then blasted him with Omega's IWGP United States Championship. Now, the important thing here isn't just the monumental reception that Jericho got. Clearly, we expected him to be a popular figure there because of his global superstar status, but also the fact that Omega bladed, he was bleeding after the assault from Jericho. Blood isn't that common in New Japan. It's certainly more common than in WWE these days, where the only blood you'll see is kind of hard way, the kind of blood that occurs naturally in a match just from the sort of bumps and scrapes that a wrestler might take. But it's certainly not commonplace, and the fact that Omega did bleed, may suggest the kind of match the pair will have on January 4th. Now, obviously, Jericho isn't the youngest wrestler in the world, and it will be kind of unfair to expect him to be able to go at the sort of level that guys in New Japan do go, especially at Wrestle Kingdom, where they kind of go all out and provide some of the best matches of the year. It's almost guaranteed on a yearly basis that Wrestle Kingdom will provide some of the matches of the year, as it did this year with Omega versus Okada. But given Jericho's age and given the fact that Omega bladed, it has led many to speculate online that potentially the match could be a shorter, more bloody affair, maybe even a little bit of a hardcore affair, which you don't see really in New Japan. You'll see the occasional use of a steel chair, and we could perhaps see more of that, a more Western style match based around violence and kind of entertainment rather than sheer work rate. It would make sense, certainly, considering Jericho's age, but if we know anything about Jericho, it's that he still knows how to put on a great show. His feud with Owens was one that was centered around character work, and Jericho always brings that to the table. That, mixed with the sort of violence that has been implied, could lead this to be a very interesting match indeed. I wouldn't suggest that it'll be the best match on the card. That'll probably be one of the other matches, maybe the main event between Okada and Tetsuya Naito, but it's certainly a wise move on New Japan's part, I think, to not expect them to put on a work rate classic and to instead approach the match from a slightly different angle. The other important thing to remember is, of course, that this bout and the appearance of Jericho has made this upcoming Wrestle Kingdom one of the biggest shows in New Japan history, certainly as well in the context of New Japan trying to branch out and become a global promotion rather than a Japanese-based promotion which appealed to a very loyal overseas market. This is sort of helping them expand and become something that will appeal more to even more casual fans or those unfamiliar with Japanese wrestling. And of course, it can't be forgotten that Kenny Omega is one of the best wrestlers in the world today, and if anyone can be counted upon to work a really great, entertaining spectacle with Jericho, it is him. But I guess we'll see how it all goes down on January 4th. Undeniably, there's a lot of hype going into the match. Will they be able to live up to it? And how will they be able to live up to it? I've been Jack from Cultaholic.com. Thank you very much for watching this video. Follow us at Cultaholic and follow me at Jack the Jobber on Twitter if you wish. And please do check out our Patreon if you enjoy what we do. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to join us.